Good evening. It's Wednesday Club. It is coming up to 6 o'clock, 6:05, if I'm being more precise. This is Joe McGrath, and I want to welcome Alex Boardman and Ian Cheeseman to the XS Manchester studios. Today we're talking about hostile reception for City, song sheets on seats, and also quizzes galore, all as well as giving you a chance. This is a big one. I'm not opening it now, by the way, but you and your child could be at the game Italy against Argentina at the Etihad on Friday, the 23rd of March, and your child could be a player escort going out the stadium, the Etihad, with an Italian player. What a magical moment that would be. You can win that coming up later in the show. It's only for the kid, yeah. Your kid's got to be between age 5 and 12. I tried to apply, but apparently no, I can't. So if you,
Alex, yeah,
me and Alex, you're trying to apply, you can't. But if your kid, if you're listening and you want to get your kid that golden opportunity, stay listening to XS Manchester. We'll be opening the lines about 6:20, and I'll be telling you how to apply. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. We've got a lot to get through. Of course, I've got quizzes galore. This quiz needs a pen and paper. Have you got your pen and paper?
I've got a pen and paper.
Oh, I love it. Right, I want to do one quick question that I want to ask you throughout the show.
We've got to write this down.
No, that's for a quiz later on. From the years 2000, this is because England are playing on Friday, from the years 2000 to 2015, in a list of one-cap wonders, United have no players that received just one cap for England. Okay. City have one player who received just one cap between the years 2000 and 2015. Who is that player?
Do you want us to answer or write it down?
No.
Oh, okay.
Take it at the end of the show. 87711 between the years 2000 and 2015. City have one player who received one cap for England. It's a tricky one, and I'll love it if you get 87711. We got a caller on the line to kickstart our campaign, no, to kickstart our talking points today. A friend of yours from the 1894 group.
Indeed.
Got the spot on there because I've not got it written down, but I remembered it in the head. Dante, you there, mate?
Are you okay?
I'm very well. Welcome to the XS Manchester. We're going to start with our first talking point, and you're going to be joining us like a little mini guest, Dante. So feel free to chip in. It is about the news that Liverpool will be preparing a hostile sort of environment and a welcome to the Manchester City coach and to the fans. And what I can tell you is what I've read, but what can you tell us, Dante, as a sort of fan supporters group? What have you heard?
First of all, yeah. So I was going to say, on the quiz question, is it Joey Barton? Because he maybe had about 10 minutes against Spain, didn't he?
Yeah, I was at that game.
Dante, you've ruined
Dante,
it.
you just ruined the quiz
He was
question.
going to run that for the full hour.
What's he doing? What are you coming here and just ruin the quiz question? That was supposed to be told at the end of the show. Should have texted us in. 87711. Right, well, we've started off on a good foot, haven't we? Oh, yeah.
Keep Dante on, so we can answer all the quizzes.
Yeah.
Right, go on then. Talk about a hostile welcome. I'll give you one. Go on, carry on.
I don't think people in Liverpool, it's easy for them to say, let's meet up 3 hours before the game, because no one goes to work, do they? So they just kick it around, got nothing to do.
Not a great start again, Dante. Carry on. Tell us about what you've heard. Go on.
Well, what we've heard is they want to do what they did 4 years ago, where they all got round the team bus and started chanting, we're going to win the league, and then they finished second or third, didn't they? So celebrating too soon seems to be part of the makeup over there. As long as it's within, the right side of the law, they could technically do what they want, but it's just City fans look at it and think, well, what, again? You're going to do this again, where it backfired on you? What I'd love to see, which won't happen, but what I'd love to see is what Guardiola should do, what Brian Clough did all them years ago when he went back to Leeds with Derby. Get off the bus, the top of Anfield Road, walk the players down 300 yards and just let the Bill would deal with it. Let the police deal with it. We're walking into the ground. We're not intimidated by anything at all. They can't do anything on the pitch. On the pitch, it's 11 men against 11 men. They can do what they want before the game, scream and shout. It tends to backfire on them, doesn't it?
It does. And as some City fans been coming up to you and asking yourself about, what should they expect when they go to Anfield?
No, not really. It's usually a good atmosphere, and it will be ramped up a bit, and that's what you want. It should be an edgy atmosphere. It should be intimidating. It shouldn't be all tea and cakes like it is in the Premiership now. As long as it's the right side and everyone, there's no sort of violence or anything, I think you want a good partisan atmosphere. It's Liverpool against Manchester. It's Champions League. It's going to be a great game.
Can I just say, John from Denton and Phil in Cheeseman, considering the quiz is now over, they both got Joey Barton as well. Ian Cheeseman, talk to me about what you've read in the paper, because I've read a lot on social media, Ian, and I've read a lot on Manchester Evening News. What can you tell us about what you've read and heard?
Oh, I'm sure everybody has read the same things that Dante and I and others have as well, which is they're talking about bringing flares, setting flares off in the street. I mean, that's not allowed inside the ground. UEFA have banned that, and they now issue punishments for that. And quite frankly, letting off pyrotechnics in the street is ridiculous.
It is Anfield, though, so there's not like... It's not like there'll be, thousands of pounds worth of damage, is it, to properties around there?
You're as bad as Dante.
Do you know what? I think this is a really positive, good thing. When Galatasaray do it, and Fenerbahce and all these, even some of the Italian teams and stuff, it just really creates a brilliant atmosphere. Well, it'll look fantastic.
Where does the line cross between a brilliant atmosphere and a bit too far?
Liverpool, if they've got 3 or 4 of them have got guns, it still won't be as bad as it is at Galatasaray, where they're there for 6-7 hours before, and it's really boils over into hatred. Saw it a couple of years ago when United had the last game at the Berlin ground, Upton Park. That's too far. But just a few flares and, chants going in and a few thousand people there. That's great. That's what it's all about.
The chanting, the sort of intimidation verbally, that sort of thing I can go along with. I can't go along with pyrotechnics.
I think you're talking about a few flares. I mean, in the 80s it was bricks at windows and bottles and, Molotov cocktails and stuff. Be nothing like that now. It'd be well policed. I think it's good for the game. I think it needs a bit of a shot in the arm.
I think with this media attention of it, the police will be very strict with what happens, and I don't feel like stuff they thought they might get away with will, because the police look like they failed then, because they've been warned, and if it happens and goes ahead, then maybe, they'll scratch their heads and go, why didn't we stop it? The story I was alluding to was that someone on social media did the rounds that apparently United at Old Trafford, to help improve the atmosphere, will be handing out song sheets for the popular chants that fans sing. I think the swearing ones might get a miss.
Yeah.
We've got the full-time Devils Webby online. Webby, you okay, mate?
Good evening, chaps. Good evening.
You were very big on social media about what you'd do if you were handed a song sheet at Old Trafford. What did you make of the story? I think it's been rubbish now, but an idea that just wouldn't sit well with United fans, Webby.
Joe, let me tell you, mate, if anybody had come near me to hand me a song sheet, I'd walk out the ground, mate.
Is it that bad? Do you feel that bad against it?
Joe, me and a load of Reds could write songs what people don't know. There's enough songs there to go around for everyone. I think it's just someone from the press a bit bored with it being International Week. Thinks let's make a little bit of a story. It'll never happen, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't need to. Well, the atmosphere we know does need to pick up. Not just at United. A lot of these big clubs now with the more corporate creeping in. And obviously people who just come the odd game, but it won't happen at any ground, Joe. We know that. It's just someone try to get the likes of me all upset.
Alex, a United fan with me in the studio.
I totally agree with Webby, but there has been some positive things happening from the fans. For instance, in the Brighton game when they moved the Brighton fans.
Unbelievable that. Watching it from the Stretford end, I was absolutely gutted. I went in the middle of that. It sounded absolutely superb. I just hope that we can continue that, not just in a cup game. Let's think about it in the league games, and let's move the away fans onto tier 2. But that was so good, and I know loads of lads who was in there, and they were texting me on a Sunday morning saying, I can't ring you and I can't speak, I've lost my voice, which it used to be like in the day. You couldn't speak because you'd lost your voice at the match, whoever was playing. And to sit there in the Stretford end, I was absolutely gutted. I went in L stand on Saturday.
Oh, Webby, will we see you tomorrow then?
Yes, you will, pal.
See you tomorrow for the full-time Devils takeover. Webby is back. Thank you very much there, Webby, for his chat, letting us know his thoughts. Your opinions, please, 87711. I was going to just recap the Joey Barton question, but that was being sold 5 minutes into the game.
I'll say something though, if it helps. A little gap.
Oh no, I've got a quiz on the way.
Well, you know what Webby mentioned there about it'll never happen.
Yeah,
and you sort of agreed with it really, and it never will happen, but. Who would have thought, look at Leicester have done it, particularly, they're the standout ones, they've brought out these plastic clappy things that you pat on your hand. And when you go to certain games, and Leicester is the classic example, they did it in their title-winning season, instead of hearing people clap or cheer or sing, you now hear this sort of thing that sounds like rain falling on the roof, where everybody hits these plastic happy clappy things. And you wouldn't have necessarily thought that would happen.
You wouldn't.
It has happened.
But,
that's true.
You know, in the 30s and 40s, it was rattles, wasn't it, and stuff. So I think there's always been summer. As long as the Vuvuzela, that's the one thing that should never. That was the worst thing.
The Vuvuzela needs to stay very, very far away from our game. Right, before we open the lines to this amazing competition we've got for you, little quiz before the break. Right,
Joey Barton, is that the answer?
No, it's not the quiz. Right, so this is one that you need to write down. So if you're listening, you got pen and paper, and make sure you're not cheating. I'm going to give you 4 stadiums. Yep. You've got to tell me the capacity. Whoever's closest wins the point. Now, this is the number is from Wikipedia. So if it's wrong in your head, if you're listening, Wikipedia, blame them. I'm going to give you 4 teams, and you're going to let me know. And whoever's closest wins. No Googling, Alex. What are you staring at the screen for?
I'm just reading a tweet about comparing Luke Shaw and Ashley Young.
Well, we'll get on to that later on, shall we? Jump in the gun and our talking
Nobody
points.
better tweet the answers in then, and you'll see it on there, won't you?
Clip 1. Goodison Park. Stadium 1, Goodison Park.
Right.
Now write down the figure you think the capacity is.
I've got to do that now?
Yeah,
I'm going to write the 4 clubs down and then think.
Yeah, go on, write it down.
Oh, come on, there's no
It's not hard, is it, Ian?
All right.
If Alex can do it. No offence, Alex.
Come on then, next one.
Well, I'm waiting for Ian. Are you done?
Yeah, done.
Elland Road, Leeds ground.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Well, just making sure it's easy for Ian. The capacity of Elland Road. Right. Everyone good?
Yep.
Newcastle United, St James's Park. The capacity of St James's Park.
Yeah.
If you, you've done
sure.
as well. Wow, you're well quick. Okay,
wrong, but well quick.
Just a number in it.
Now I'm going to go with the Macron Stadium, which is just down the road. That is Bolton. Do you know what? I'm going to do one more for good luck.
Wow. In case of a tie-break situation.
In case of a tie-break.
Are you putting, like, even numbers, like, let's say 20,000?
Yeah,
You're not
all right, okay, even numbers. And in case of a tie-break, the DW Stadium. This is in case of a tie-break. Right down the DW Stadium, Wigan's ground. All done?
Yeah.
I'll be telling you the results. They're coming up. Signed, sealed, delivered. Make sure there's no cheating, all right?
So
make sure that...
Paper over.
I'll be letting you know. If you're playing at home, make sure you stick with XS Manchester. If you're listening and you want your child to be a player escort for the Argentina versus Italy game, I'll let you know how to enter it right after this. Right, the game we played before. Did you enjoy that game? The state?
Never do.
Right, so it's very simple. I gave you a football stadium in the UK, and you tell me the capacity of it. Whoever's the closest wins. The first one was Goodison Park. I can tell you Alex put 43,000, Ian went for 38,000, and the winner just is Ian Cheeseman, because the capacity is 40,394. So literally by 116, Ian wins. Moving on to Leeds United ground, Elland Road. The capacity is 37,890.
Come on.
Well, I'm close on this one.
I'm very close.
I'll tell you why you're very close. You both put 38,000. For you both. So it's 2-1. Moving to St James's Park in Newcastle, I can tell you that the capacity is 52,404. Alex, you put 48,000. Ian, 52,000.
Wow, high five.
Only 404 off.
That's good. I didn't think it was 50. I thought it was nearly 50.
The Macron Stadium. Alex, you put 32,000. Ian, you put 27,000. I can tell you the winner is Ian again, as the Macron is 28,723.
Do you know what? It's almost like you've been to every ground recently as a paid commentator.
So that was 3. Let's move
Ask
on.
me how many the Comedy Store holds.
Move on to the bonus round.
I better get it, and he wouldn't.
The bonus round, the DW.
5.
You put 28,000 for the DW Stadium, Wigan. Ian, you put 25,000. I can tell you again, it's a whitewash. 5-1.
That's not a whitewash, technically, is it?
Oh, yeah, technically, but you got every single one. You got every single one correct.
That's impressive. Well done, Ian.
Well done, Ian. Smashed it there.
I revised my opinion. I love these quizzes.
Well, I want to speak to, hopefully, we should have the winner of our competition. Now, let me tell you what the competition was if you just missed it. It was to win a ticket for yourself and a child aged 5 to 12 to go out with the Italian squad as a player escort, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We can speak to what it says on here on my sheet. He's not just called Gary, he's called Grandad Gary. Gary, you there?
I am, yes.
Oh, buzzing, Gary. Gary, you have won the tickets for Argentina against
Well done, Grandad
Italy.
Gary.
Oh, wow.
Well done, mate. Who will you be taking with you?
I'm going to be taking my grandson, Luca.
Luca's going to be going out with the Italian squad. How good's that going to be?
Oh, that's going to be fantastic.
Does he know? I suppose. Let us know when you tell him. Maybe record it. Let him know just how excited it's going to be. Do you fancy taking a part in a little fun game for us? You won't lose the tickets. Don't worry.
Go on, yes, I will do.
Right. Okay. It's called Complete the Lyrics to these songs. So pay attention. Are you ready?
I am, yes.
Here we go. First one.
Just one cornetto.
Give it to what?
To me.
To me. Right. Are you ready for your next one?
I am,
You
yes.
better be. Right. Here we go.
Don't cry for me.
Argentina.
Yes.
Hey, actually, you should be on the X Factor.
You should be on the X Factor. And your final one. Are you ready for this?
I
For
am,
the
yes.
full house, Gary. Luca, make Luca proud. Are you ready? Everyone.
When the moon hits your eye like a big piece of pie. That's
Amore.
Hey. Gary, well done. You are taking Luca to the game.
The only problem with this, Gary, is that now you've got to sing those songs on the pitch before they get mentioned.